Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Morning. Mm, mm. Just getting everything set up. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get the sound right. Hey, let me get the sound. Might have a problem here. Good morning. Hi, guys. Today's Monday, right? Happy Monday to you. Mm. Good morning. Let's see who's on. Hi, Deep Peacemaker. Hi, Samira. Hi, Simone. Hi, Henry. Hi, Paul from Malaysia. Hi, Angeline. Hi, Armindo, Santiago. Hi, Tanisha. Hi, Philip. Joshua, you are too kind. Douglas. Hi. Good morning. It's kind of late morning now. Um, okay. I sound a lot better than I did on Saturday. So I just want to give you a quick update. Oh, my mouse was in there in the way. I want to give you guys a quick update. I did the nasal wash. I did bring my children into it, and I did a nasal wash on the two oldest ones. Caleb was not having it. So we did the neti pot thing, and I like it. It is strange. You have to definitely have your head all the way tilted, or you will feel that feeling like when you swim underwater and the water gets right there, and it's just kind of a strange feeling. So you do have to have your head all the way tilted, and I think it was pretty effective. I think I did it twice already. So I'm just amazed at how well I'm able to breathe now. So that's nice. How was your weekend? I hope your weekend was good. I hope it was hydrating and not dehydrating. I hope you did good things for your body and your spirit and your soul this weekend. And yeah, I'm just going to warm up. My voice is still a little bit tired. I did have some tea and an apple, which isn't much. But if you guys have questions, feel free to. Oh, Samira from Ukraine. Hi, Samira from Ukraine. Happy Monday. Hi from Italy, Marco. I'm glad you finally caught me. I came on a little bit later today. Usually I come on earlier than this. Okay. So are we ready to warm up? I actually have this heater on, which is drying me out by the second. Let's see. What is your opinion on who? Ken? All right. Anyway, post your questions. And I also want you guys to go along with me. Come along with me and do our warm up. I'm going to go at my speed. And if I have any insights I want to give while I'm doing it, I'll go ahead and throw that in there. You know how we do. So I'm going to start a little bit lower than middle C. I feel like this is really my middle. So anyway, that's an A. Hi, Robert. Jojo Hill from Tennessee. I haven't seen you in like 12 years. How are you, man of God? All right. These are noise canceling headphones, so it's weird because I feel like I'm singing on mute. Ha! That's a great moment to say something right there. That reminds me of how you feel sometimes when you're singing in live settings and there's no monitors. So you have to trust your body. Don't overthink to try to hear yourself. Because I really do feel like I'm on mute, but I have this on so that YouTube can hear me. So you have to trust your body. Don't over push so that you can act, so that you can hear yourself, because you're usually going to over sing at that point. You're going to engage a lot of your pharyngeal muscles, which is not a good thing. You want to stay relaxed. Okay, I will. Again, what are we warming up when we do this? You're warming up your diaphragm and your abdominals. If you don't know where your diaphragm is, it's okay. Most people don't know how to just squeeze up in there and find their diaphragm. Engage your abdominals, okay? Like you're doing crunches or something. So, this is a good thing, good thought. I was on the phone with a friend. She was a client who became one of my best friends, which typically is how I make friends nowadays. It's through my clients. But so I was saying, she was asking me what I think about that method of teaching people how to breathe abdominally. She was asking, okay, so they have that method of, okay, the way that you learn how to engage your diaphragm or breathe with your diaphragm is by putting a book there and then breathing and trying to push the book out. So as you can see, that didn't even move. Let's try this here. Right? So the goal is to push the book out. The reason why I don't teach that, when I was first taught breathing exercises, I remember I was in high school and that was the first concept that came to me, was push the book out. I think the language push doesn't actually reinforce what we're trying to accomplish, which is relax and engage. I think when you tell somebody push, they're not only going to push here, but they're going to go push there. So then down the road, because so you use that as a means to an end, but the problem, and maybe now I'm talking to voice teachers who may be on here, the problem with teaching people to push out your stomach or push the book out is down the road, which is not going to be very far down the road, you're going to have to undo some other habits that you taught because you were trying to teach that one good thing. But really all you did is reinforce that poor technique of pushing. I got to push this book out. And your whole body, and now you have to reteach how to be relaxed. So it's better language to say engage or release the muscles. That's just better language to use. So if you're focused on releasing and expanding, then you get a more concentrated, purposeful, deep breath. Like filling up, some people say fill up a balloon with water, like you're filling up a balloon. And a better way to teach that is to get people to lay on their backs. And put one hand here and put one hand here and make sure that this area is not raising too high. I don't know if you guys can hear my belly growling, but it growled with every one of those. But I just wanted to parenthetically say that. Hi, Shanifa. Hi, Lucius. I will definitely inbox you, Jojo. I hope I explained that when I said concentrated. That was not the best vocabulary word I could have come up with. It's a more, I hope I explained it the more I spoke. You were recently told not to sing from your diaphragm, but from your lungs. Is that true? No, most likely what you were told is people say, breathe with your diaphragm or sing with your diaphragm. I appreciate the hearts. Thank you, guys. You guys are giving me love. Okay, so the problem is sing with the diaphragm, breathe with the diaphragm. Those are misnomers. They're getting the point across, but obviously you breathe with your lungs and you support or engage with your diaphragm. And I think people just say sing with your diaphragm, and it's just not proper language when it comes to singing. That's impossible. You sing with your vocal cords, right? So that's what that meant. Thank you, Stacy. I was hoping I cleared that up. I know when I'm right and I know when I'm wrong. Thank you for all the hearts, you guys are so sweet. Okay, so let's continue with the warm up, okay? And then I'll check out what YouTube has to say. Oh, on Facebook. You guys are making me feel so loved on this Monday morning. It's good to be back. Okay, so I was doing an exercise with a client, and it's really important when we're doing these exercises to know why, what our goals are, and all of that. So with an exercise as simple as like, we need to be sure that we are connecting. That's the whole point. When you hear a beautiful voice, you're hearing a connected voice. So you want to connect. I think of it as like a figure eight, right? Who is being all these fans? You guys are making me feel so special today. Okay. Okay. That was bad at the end, but we get the point. I'm warming up too, guys. So here's the thing. If you're feeling yourself tense, cease and desist, abort mission, okay? The whole point of warming up is to create a relaxed throat and shoulder area and an engaged abdominal area. So if the opposite thing is happening, you're going to have to do things to offset that, like moving your neck around. I didn't really take a good breath. This is a struggle today. This is hard for me today. So once I pulled my chin down, it was placed a lot easier. Let's go down. I'm going to do two more, and then I'm going to start answering more questions, okay? I think I did more than 2 more. Got carried away. Let's see now. What's going on? My audio is getting choppy. All right, let's see. The mic is going in and out as I'm in my head voice. I'm sorry. Oh, from Cameroon. Hi, Kelly from Cameroon. Canada's on the line. Hi, Diana. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. You were just about to look for some lessons, and here I am going live. Look at that. What's the best way to develop or improve agility and flexibility? The best way, I teach things the long way. I don't do the shortcut way. So if you're talking about how to improve agility and flexibility, it really does come from learning proper breath support and then learning proper resonance. Those are the two things that are going to help you improve. He's a vocal coach. Marquise, who is a vocal coach? I just saw he's a vocal coach. Oh, Ken Tamplin. Is he the man? Is he white with like a gray beard and he does rock? I think if he's who you're talking about, I think he's good, but I just don't think that what he teaches is necessarily universal. I think his aesthetic is very specific, just from the little bit that I've seen of him. You guys like this? Share this, all of that. I have a question. My soft palate does not raise without lowering my larynx. You should feel like you're at the beginning of a yawn. I think the problem is if you lower your larynx too much. I don't think that's a problem in and of itself. You want to create space vertically doing both things. Your soft palate and larynx do function in opposite. Okay. Thank you, Dan Me. You answered for me. And you already said thank you. Am I a vegetarian? No, I am not a vegetarian, but I am conscious of trying to eat as much raw foods as possible. I really don't eat a lot of processed food because this is not really food. I try to use calories wisely. So like I don't drink my calories. That's number one. Me nor my children. Like if you hang out with my kids, they're gonna ask for water. They're not gonna ask for juice because they weren't raised to drink juice. We don't have pizza rolls in my house. We don't have a lot of just processed food. I try to, not to say that I have the best diet at all, but we don't eat a lot of processed food. We don't eat a lot of things that are just intentionally sugary. What I keep around the house for snacks are like, you can snack on an apple, you can snack on some yogurt. Do you know what I'm saying? You can have some crackers and some cheese or something like that. But no, I am by far not a vegetarian. I love oxtail too much to be a vegetarian. Question from Canada. When starting to mix, is it normal for it to just feel like head voice? Yes, absolutely. That's a very good thing if it feels like head voice. That means it's free. What are your thoughts on sitting versus standing while singing? Standing definitely gives you more of an advantage. You want to, because you want to be able to open your abdominal area as much as possible, and that may be constricted if you're sitting down. So I'm sitting down because I'm playing, but definitely if I'm really trying to warm up, you have to sing in order to really open up. So it does present its challenges to sit. And if you are sitting, let's say in choir rehearsal, it's ideal to sit at the edge of your seat so that you can open up more. Aw, I love you too, Dan. Your videos remind me of when I was in theory class. That's a good thing. I appreciate that. I try to just teach what I was taught, An exercise in a neutral larynx. I don't know. I mean, every exercise should be promoting a neutral larynx. I don't think there's an exercise for it. If you're just starting, I'll say this, if you're just a beginner, it's really good to just be like, because just making random noises while your larynx is relaxed is really good. But every exercise you do should be promoting that neutrality. So just like if you're sitting and you go, then you want to be able to go, Mm. So it all should. It's a it's cumulative. They aren't separate skills one from another. Uh, I love your channel and all your tips. Thank you, Dan. Do I have a favorite singing style and singer? Dominique Dominguez, bonsoir. Bonsoir. Okay. Do I have a favorite singer and singing style? I guess. I mean, I definitely love the black female voice. That's, I wonder why. But I do love the black female voice. So anything that has a gospel, R&B, soulful style is going to be my favorite style. But I do obviously recognize great singers across all genres, but that's going to be what I lean more towards as far as style and everything else. Okay. If there's any more questions, let's see, Instagram. Make sure to save this. Oh, I'm amazing. Thank you. Teach what you were taught. Yeah, I just tried to teach what I was taught. We tried. Oh, hi, Danny. Danny. Oh, hi. I shouldn't call you. Does anyone call you Danny? Pastor Smart. Let's see. I still don't get what is a nice support in lower and upper registers. Honey, take a session with me. I'll work it out for you. I'll teach you that in like the first 5 to 7 minutes. You probably just don't know how to feel it. You know what I mean? You don't know what you don't know until there's someone else correcting you. And that's the reason why people need vocal lessons, because I can refer you to pedagogy books all day long that from hundreds and hundreds of years of vocal research tell you what you're supposed to be doing. But it means nothing if you don't have a second set of eyes and ears actually correcting you. You will be rich in theory and not so rich in other things if you don't invest in yourself in, the actual training. Okay, let's see. Facebook. Should I keep singing or should I keep answering questions? What do you guys want me to do on Facebook right now? Because I've been talking for like the past 5 minutes or so. Hi, Auntie Christine. Hi, John. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Latrinda, Earl, Lejean, Jerry, LaShawn, D, Shane, Jarvis, Petra Pan. Let's see. You want me to sing and teach? I can't sing and teach. She said it was. You want me to sing and teach? Hi, James. Okay, I'll do another exercise and then I'll answer whatever questions are on Facebook because I've answered. Let's see. How do I train myself to go higher the right way? Again, everything goes back to a relaxed larynx, relaxed throat, engaged diaphragm, high vocal placement that feels like it's up here. That I call it a dance that you have to do because you have to know where to engage, where to release, where to place it, and all of those things are why we have vocal training, because it's oftentimes not something even talented singers can figure out on their own. They usually need some direction. And I'm not saying that you can't figure it out somewhat on your own, but usually in order for you to get over certain hurdles, you're going to need guidance, personal guidance. I had a good 2-3 years of voice lessons, and then I took a couple of years off, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't have high notes anymore. I used to be able to sing an E6, and now I can't even hit an A5. And it was as simple as my voice teacher saying, drop your jaw. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, ah, the note flew out. And I needed that second set of eyes to tell me that I just wasn't dropping my jaw enough, and that had literally stunted my range by all of those notes. So that's why you need a second set of eyes. It's very important. Hi, good morning, Xavier. Oh, I'm so close to you guys. You can see everything. Let's see. Good morning, Heather, Isaiah. I'm so confused. I breathe through my mouth, but I feel breathing through the nose takes in more air. I inhale through the nose and exhale through my mouth. Um, I mean, that's very subjective. I am a strong proponent of when you're singing, breathe through the mouth because I want you to create the shape that you need in order to sing. But there are some singers that breathe through the nose the whole time that they're singing. I don't know if you take in more air. You may take in more air because it's slower when you're breathing through the nose, so you can kind of control your body functions and what's supposed to happen a little bit easier when you breathe. So you need more breathing exercises, is what I'm saying. So some exercises that you can do, because the goal as a singer is to learn how to take in quick, full breaths. So exercises like so so exercises like and then the opposite. Those exercises help you learn how to take in quick, deep breaths through your mouth. Sia, 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 sia. Sia, sia, sia. Sia, sia, sia. Sia, sia, sia. I feel like I'm missing a note every time. What about gospel? Like all the practicing in the world, and you guess, and the spirit changes it. Guess you can still be in order, huh? I don't know what that means. All the practicing in the world, and then you have to trust what you've practiced. But obviously, gospel is a style that leaves room for a lot of improvisation. But if you practice technique often enough, then even in your improvising, it should fall in line with what you know instead of, old vocal habits coming back in. You have to decide what you want. What is important to you? Is the health of your voice important to you? Or is, if you're okay with screaming every Sunday and it taking 4 days for your voice to recover, if you're okay with having that cycle every single week, then that's your trade off. If you're okay with doing that every single week and 5 years from now, your range has dropped, okay? You have to know what you are, what you are, what you're forfeiting when you do that. 5, 10 years from now, when your range has gone down 5 notes or it's just limited, it used to be this and now it's this, but you can still, do your banging screams and squalls, then that's the decision that you made. You decided that was more important to you. But if the health of your voice is important to you and being able to maintain um, just having healthy vocal cords and being able to use it as much as you want, then if that's what's important to you, then you're going to act accordingly. It's just really that simple. I don't want to be shady. Like I was not trying to, but really we just have to make a decision. When people really care about their voice, they know, okay, yeah, well, in this key, I'll only be able to do this, this, and this. You know what I mean? That's why I said I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just saying, we have to know cause and effect, what really happens. People, you look at, people look at singers and they say, well, well, what happened to her voice? Oh, well, she doesn't sing the way at 20. She doesn't sing the way at 40 years old as she did when she was 20 years old. So she just got older. So that's the reason why her voice changed. Well, no, women, our voices are in our prime at 35 and 40 years old. So the reason why her voice has diminished in every respect, not just range, but also the brilliance and timbre of her voice have changed and decreased, has nothing to do with her age. It has everything to do with the vocal abuse over the last 20 years. So, be clear about that. Because then there are people that know their voices and for 50 years sound amazing. And yes, maybe after 45 years, you'll start noticing the brilliance in their voice diminishing, or they may not be able to hit the high notes as well as they used to. But then you can say that's because of age. But a 40-year-old woman, no, that has nothing to do with age. She's in her prime. Thank you guys for all the love. I appreciate the love and the laughs. It's all good. It's all good. Is whistling good? No, whistling is not good. What are my vocal goals? Hold on. I have heard that there are many ways to make vibrato, but in what way do you make yours? My vibrato is a result. Listen, guys, when I tell you my theology of voice is very simple. The way that I make my vibrato is not, it's going to be very underwhelming to you. It's support. I have good breath support. I know how to relax the base of my tongue. And when the base of my tongue relaxes, I have a free vibrato. That simple. I don't do anything for vibrato. Nobody should do anything for vibrato because that's only reinforcing a bad habit that down the road you're going to have to undo. And it's never going to give you the vibrato that you want. What are my vocal goals? What do you mean vocal goals? Like, what do I aspire? If anything, I want to improve. I would love to improve my ear. So, jazz is something that I've never really listened to. I listen to a lot of people who are influenced by jazz, but I don't actually listen to jazz. So I personally want to listen to more complicated music, just so I can be faster in those areas. Stay sharp. Uh, what can you do to make pitch better? I think I said this the other day. I really think that when it comes to pitch, we have to take our time and make sure we're singing the note that we hear. What do I mean by that? A lot of times you're singing a song and you messed that up and you just keep singing. No, go back, fix it. If that means you have to turn off the music to fix it, then do that to fix it. But do whatever it takes to fix it. And then the energy that it took to fix it, you're going to have to always use the energy to make sure that it's on target. Or you have to make sure you're dead center of the pitch. Sometimes we know we're off pitch, but we don't know how off pitch we are. We think it's an acceptable off pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't quite right, but I don't think it was bad. We think there's this gray area between on pitch and off pitch, and there really isn't a gray area. You're either on it or you're flat or sharp. So again, that's why you need probably a vocal teacher, a vocal trainer to kind of to be hard on you in those areas, because you may not be as hard on yourself as you need to be. No gray, no shades of gray. No, 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 no. It don't work like that, no. What would your points or thoughts on? Have I ever smoked? No. Okay, guys. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Let me see. I'm probably gonna have to go soon. You guys are lovely. Speaking of losing voice, what happened to? I don't know. Somebody said what happened to Aretha Franklin. I sound distorted. How do I practice improving my range without eventually losing it? Improving your range doesn't mean stressing your voice out. You always want to start in the middle of improve. Okay, like I said, improving your range. Here's the thing, right? There's a lot of the way that people market a lot of times would make you think that you're buying a product to improve range or buying a product to get vibrato. And I understand those are key questions that singers have. But I just want you to understand it's broader than that. Okay. So, how do you improve your range? You improve the way you sing, period. When you improve when you improve your breath support, when you improve the relaxation techniques in your throat, when you improve your placement, when you improve relaxing the base of your tongue, phonation, those things will open up your range. So you can't buy range, okay? You can't buy something that's not there. You can learn the proper techniques to access what is there. Like I said before, I took some time off of having voice training because at that point I had two children and I had moved. So I didn't have a voice trainer for about a year and a half. And all of a sudden I said, why am I struggling hitting an A5 when before I had my child, I was hitting an E flat 6. And my teacher had to tell me to drop my jaw. So that was a habit. I didn't lose my range. I lost technique. When I lost technique, the notes were no longer accessible. Do we understand? Did you just donate me something? Did somebody just donate something to me? Did I just get donated $9.99 on YouTube? Are people donating to me during this call? What? Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. So somebody's telling me I need to write a book. And I actually started writing a book a couple years ago, and it was called How to Fall in Love with Your Voice. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the book, so I stopped. But she is definitely on me about just talking about my experiences as, you know, a bel canto, basically with a twist, vocal teacher. And I guess she just decided to donate $9.99 towards my book while I'm on here. But yeah, she's pushing me to write a book about my coaching experiences and my singing experiences and how I've gotten to where I am vocally and my vocal philosophy and all of that. But oh boy, I can't believe you did that. Oh boy, thank you. Yes, I really did study opera singing. I have a bachelor's degree. It's actually a bachelor's degree in music with a voice concentration. It was supposed to be a bachelor of music and vocal performance. And that's what I studied for 3.5 years. But once I moved, I was just trying to be done. And they figured the best way was to not ask me to redo all of my opera classes and everything because I had done everything. I was basically done. And so I ended up with a Bachelor of Arts in Music. But yes, I studied classical training. It took me a while to get my degree. I started in 2001 and I didn't graduate till 2010. So and I took maybe a year and a half off. So all of that time I was studying classical singing and classical music. That's where all my formal training comes from. I've never had a vocal coach teach me anything other than operatic training. Okay. So before I go, let me just say this in closing. You are anointed. Finish the book. Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna cry. Um, please make a book and a video. Oh, thank you. Hey, Delisa, I know men's voices change after puberty, but I always wonder, do women's voice drastically change vocal after adolescence? Yeah, I mean, women's voices do become fuller and darker, and they continue to change throughout life. They change when they have kids. They change with, I mean, any hormonal change is going to affect your voice. So women have a lot of changes to go through in their lives. So our voices are constantly changing. So yes. Thank you so much. I can't serve two masters. You are so crazy, Shanifa. Um, all right. So before I go, you guys are giving me so much love on this Monday morning. I can't believe it. So I just wanted to say I'm doing an online vocal workshop, and it's on my website, delisa.com. What's going to be really cool about it and different from this platform is I'm going to be able to see and hear you just like you can see and hear me. So it's going to be literally a workshop that opens me up to the world. So it's on my site, and when you sign up for it, everyone will get included in it is a video vocal critique. So we're not doing Truthful Tuesday. It's not going to be online for everybody to see. It's going to be personal, direct to your inbox. So everybody gets a personal vocal evaluation along with joining us in this class. And all the description of everything that we're going to do is on my website. So go to my site, delisa.com, and go to the workshops page. And obviously I have products as well. If you want to sign up for private voice sessions, you can do all of that. But I definitely want you guys to know that I hope to see you in this. And once you sign up for it, I'll send you the link for the actual workshop and passcode and everything like that. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. You guys, oh, you signed up already. Thank you, Christina. You guys are awesome. They do seem different. So really quickly, so this is why what I teach is so cool, because while I was being formally trained classically, I was singing gospel the entire time. Here's the thing. My journey has been pretty unique and amazing. And at the time, of course, I didn't realize what this was culminating to. But I had been, singing gospel. I was an R&B head until I was like 14, and I got serious about going to church. And then I started doing, that's when Kirk Franklin and all that, and Karen Sheard and Everlasting Life, Kim Burrell, and all that started coming out. So then I became a gospel head and started singing in a group called One Message in Fort Lauderdale, who to this day, they are still my friends. And they could still really sing. They're amazing. But anyway, I said all that to say, so by the time I got to college, though, this is all when I was 14, 15 years old. So by the time I got to college when I was 18, my voice, I couldn't sing. I couldn't do that. I was like, there was nothing there because I didn't know how to belt properly. So I was belting wrong. I was singing in the alto section, and I had lost my head voice. So my entire first year of college in the classical method was vocal restoration. I didn't realize I was essentially getting a year's worth of vocal therapy. I was wondering why I wasn't singing Mozart like everybody else. I was like, why is everybody singing all this interesting music and I'm singing this basic stuff? But I was singing all that basic stuff because that's all my voice could really handle, because she was restoring my voice. Shout out to Michelle Hemingway, who's an opera singer from New York, who came to live in Miami and go to FIU. And she was so patient with me. She never let me know just how terrible shape I was in at that time. She just worked with me. I was hoarse every single lesson. Every single lesson for the whole year, I was hoarse. So not only did I learn how to restore my voice, what I also figured out was a way to sing gospel on the weekends. I was like, okay, my voice is starting to get a tiny bit better. How can I hold on to this and not blow my voice out over the weekend because I'm singing with my gospel group? So that's how I just kind of started experimenting with, all right, she started teaching me mixed voice and singing high and all of those things. And I started to see if I could incorporate that in the gospel group. And I was like, if he calls me out saying he can't hear me or I sound too weak, then I know it doesn't work. But my director never called me out. He never was like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. In fact, what ended up happening was after about 5-6 months, they said, your voice sounds so much smoother than it does. Your voice is really starting to, you know, smooth out, and my vibrato started to get more brilliant. It wasn't this heavy sound. I didn't realize I had a heavy vibrato until it started to get lighter and flutter more. So, yeah, so that's kind of how it merged. And then when it came to singing in chest, I learned how to use the techniques that I was learning in bel canto to benefit me in gospel. Like, okay, well, they taught me how to make the shape of my mouth like this. Can I transfer that to this and get the same sound or better? And it worked, and it just kept working, and it kept working. So I never just said, man, after all this, I aspire to be a vocal coach. But, I learned a lot of vocal wisdom along the way, and it's just kind of allowed me to do this. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for your time. Aw, thank you, Laverne. This has been awesome. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much for your time and for watching. Vietnam, hi, Ho Lang Yok Tui. Forgive me. All right. God bless. Have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Mañana por la mañana. Okay? Bye.